Hey, I'm Scotty North, and today I want to talk to you about government grants. Well, it is election season, and we're seeing lots and lots of government grants being thrown around, especially for housing, first homeowners, etc. And whether it's Liberal or Labor, there's all sorts of catches. But let's talk about one in particular from the Labor government that came out this week called Help to Buy. Help to Buy is unique in a couple of different ways. And as you can see from this graph here on the Anthony Albanese's webpage, you can see that he's got a range of help in different areas. So depending on the location, can depend on how much you get in assistance from the government. It ranges from 30% for established property and 40% for new property. And from, as you can see on the graph, it goes from 165,000 all the way up to 380,000, depending on the location and the style of build. With that background in your mind, that's a lot of money. The thing is, Anthony Albanese says he has pledged this for 10,000 people and he's got $329 million to do it. Well, 10,000 people divided into $329 million is $32,900. So that's the first issue that I have with this grant. Either not as many people are going to get it as what he said, or it's going to cost a whole heap more than what he said. And if 10,000 people got it, even on the base rate here of $165,000, that is a lot more than that. It's $1.65 billion, not $329 million. So that's the first thing. The second thing, it takes ownership in your property, co-ownership, without the complications and stuff that goes into that. The complications come, from my perspective, when you come to sell. In fact, the Labor's own writing on this says that it will make money for the government through capital gains on your property. That's their intention with Help to Buy. Maybe that's where they're catching the shortfall, the other, $1 billion that they kind of left off the table. So what happens is, if you buy a property for $500,000, you get 40% assistance. If you sell it later on down the track for $1 million, then you can get to pay $400,000 back to the government as part of their uplift, right? The issue is that's a big deal. The second thing is, what if your property doesn't make money? Is this going to make any money for the government? Does it have to make money for the government? There's all these sort of things that come out. This is nothing more than an enticing, good-sounding option to get people into power. Now, if they get into power and they offer this to you, then so be it. That is great. If you can take advantage of it and you can get into your own home, I'm not against that. I haven't even begun to touch on the fact of how this will actually push prices up in the market. This isn't going to subdue market pricing. In fact, none of the grants that the government offer you subdue market pricing pressures in any way. The only thing they do is get people into the market. It's very much like saying the government controls the river, right? And we're all in the river, we're trying to get across the river on our little boats, and the river keeps getting bigger and bigger because the government puts more and more water into the river. They divert more rivers into the one river and it goes bigger and bigger. And they come along and they say they're going to help us. And we go, that's great, that's fantastic, what are you going to do? And they say, we're going to build you a boat. We say, no, don't build a boat, build a dam so we can control the river. Build a dam. No, don't worry about the dam. That's too hard and too expensive. If you need to get across, we'll just build you a bigger boat. And we'll just build you a bigger boat. And every time the river gets bigger, they'll build you a bigger boat. Well, the thing is, that doesn't solve the problem, right? And not everyone can get a boat. And this is the issue that we've got with government grants and housing market. It's not solving the affordability problem. It never will. There's too many vested interests in politics to worry about pushing the price of property down for you to buy. All they're interested in is votes, and for you to get into the market. If you do, so be it, but it just tickles your ears. That's it. I'm Scotty North, and this is 2 Minutes Tops.